Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So, the masdar. How is the masdar used? It's come up here, the word the masdar. So how is it used? And its meanings and its different types of masdar. So what is a masdar first of all? This is the ta'arif you get from masdar. It's an ism, ad-dal al-hadath. It shows an action. Hadath, huduth, hadath, an action. So it shows an action, but what is it? Mujarradan ani zaman. It does have tense. Why is this important? Mujarradan ani zaman. If it has tense, what will it be? A fail. It'll be a fail. This is the ism. So a noun, it's a noun, number one. Number two, it shows an action, but it does not have a tense. That's the main thing about masdar. And all of the masadir that we have in the nasra yanzuru nasran, etc. Okay? Now, what is it? What meaning does it have? This is quite important to understand. It can either have an ism meaning or a hadath meaning. What does that mean? For example, you have the word il. What does il mean? You'll be thinking, oh, innit? Yeah. So I knew what il mean all along, now you're confusing me. Knowledge. But I thought it's a masdar. So it means hadath. This shows fail. There's no fail in knowledge. No action, huh? You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. To have knowledge.
But or knowledge itself? What is it? To have knowledge or knowledge itself? So an ism, a masdar is the original purpose of a masdar is to show hadath, an action, to know. But sometimes the masdar comes out of the hadath meaning and goes to show what? Ism meaning. Like jahila yajhalu jahalatan, to be ignorant. But jahala itself is a noun. Okay? Hada yahdi hidayatan is to guide. But hidayat itself is a masdar, but it can have the verbal meaning which shows hadath, or it can also have the meaning of a noun. Okay? If you look through so many, if you look through an Arab al-Quran or books that go in tafsir, we discuss the asal of the words. Almost all the words have some kind of asal masdar meaning. Like raib, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. So raib is actually a masdar of raba yaribu. But it's no longer in the meaning of to doubt. It's actually meaning now doubt itself, a shak. So sometimes a masdar can have this kind of meaning, a hadath meaning. So knowledge is ism, its original meaning is to know, but it comes from this meaning and goes into the ism meaning. And obviously when it's ism meaning, it no longer operates like it doesn't do amal. It's just a noun itself, like a normal noun. It isn't, because a masdar can do amal, as we'll cover in the next few slides. But when it comes in an ism meaning, it's just a pure ism. Like there's no difference between this ilm and Zayd and Bakr and kitabun and rasulun. But when it has a masdari meaning, then it can have a fa'il, mudhaf, have fa'il, maf'ul, etc. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. Now, what kind of masdars do you have? One is a normal masdar. Okay. The second, you have ismul masdar. You have masdar and ismul masdar. There's not much difference in the way it operates, but it has a different name for it. What's the ismul masdar? Ma naqasa an huruf fi'lihi. There's a masdar, but it has less letters than the fa'il madhi. For example, ambata. Ambata yumbitu imbatan. So imbat is a masdar because it has alif, well not alif, hamza, noon, ba and ta. Hamza, noon, ba and ta. This is what? Masdar. But nabat is also the masdar of ambat. Do you understand? But this is what kind of masdar? Ismul masdar. Why is it called ismul masdar?
It's got less letters.
Wait, what's missing?
Hamza at the beginning.
The hamza. Do you understand? It's called ismul masdar. So a'ta yu'ti i'ta'an. What's i'ta? Masdar or ismul masdar? Masdar. And ata'an? Ismul masdar. Okay. This one note here. So wa'ada has a masdar called wa'dan. That's masdar. Idatan, is that masdar or ismul masdar? What should it be?
It should have been ismul masdar.
Because it doesn't have the waw. But because what happened, this is also called masdar because the ta is replacing the waw. It's got iwaz. So that's why it's still called a masdar. Okay. Now, is there a difference between the two of them, or is it just a pure rule for the sake of having a rule? Some have said no, they're both the same. But some scholars have said that, you know what? The ismul masdar is khas with ism, and this is khas with hadath. So for example, tatliq, talaqa yutalliqu tatliqan is what? Has a verbal meaning, to give talaq. And talaq is a noun. أعطى يعطي إعطاء is a masdar to give. And أعطى وما كان عطاء ربك محظورا is a noun, the gift, the bounty. So some have said that the ism al-masdar is more specific with what? So ism al-masdar is usually comes in the meaning of what? Of an ism. Doesn't have the hadath meaning, a verbal meaning. It just has a noun, it's pure noun. And the masdar itself usually has what?
The noun.
Noun. Even though it can, this can also have a noun meaning as well.
Or both.
But usually this is for, to show hadath. Okay, and this is usually to show ism. But you can also have this showing ism meaning, and it can also show hadath meaning, even though this is less used. Okay? Then you have another type called al-masdar al-mimi. What's al-masdar al-mimi? A masdar that starts with meme. I always think that. So what starts with meme? I mean, why give a separate name? Then I came across somewhere. It says that there's actually a difference. The masdar al-mimi has more ta'keed. It's more. It has more. It gives more emphasis. Okay. Now look at this. What comes in the Quran? وَسَارِعُوا إِلَى مَغْفِرَةٍ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ. So maghfirah comes in the Quran. Now what's maghfirah? A masdar al-masdar al-mimi. Masdar al-mimi, meaning you ask Allah for forgiveness, but it has more emphatic than ghufran, isn't it? Yeah. So when Allah mentions in the Quran, what does Allah say all the time? Maghfirah. He never says ghufran in the Quran. When the Prophet ﷺ left the toilet, what did he say? Why is it less there? You get what I'm saying? Because it's not really a sin, it's just, well, there's tawjih, why he said ghufranak. But it's not he's not asking for maghfiratak, he's saying ghufranak. So normally the masdar al-mimi has more, is the forgiveness of a higher level, as opposed to ghufran. Do you understand? Make sense? Okay. Right. Now how do you use a masdar? As I said to you before, if it's in the meaning of hadath, and it shows a verbal meaning, only then it will do amal. If it's in an ism meaning and noun meaning, there's going to be no amal. That's obvious, yeah? Right. So, it can either be used as a mudaf, it can be used as with tanween, or it can be used as mu'arraf bil lam. When it's doing amal, it has a fa'il and a maf'ul. We discuss each individually. So, when the masdar is a mudaf, how is it used? It can be mudaf to its fa'il. For example, istighfaru Ibrahim. Ibrahim is mudaf ilay. What is it becoming? The fa'il of istighfar. Who's doing the istighfar? Ibrahim. And look, you can have the masdar khifa. Masdar mudaf ilayh, which is the fa'il, and anfusakum becomes what? The maf'ul of the masdar. Do you understand? So you can have the masdar followed by the fa'il, which is the mudaf ilayh, and then after it has what? The maf'ul. And this is quite a common usage. Or it can also be mudaf to its maf'ul. For example, the Prophet ﷺ in a hadith, وَإِبْلَاغُ الْوُضُوءِ فِي الْمَكَارِحِ. These are darajat and kafarat. So, completing wudu. So, what is this becoming?
Maf'ul.
The maf'ul. What do you complete? The wudu. Is the maf'ul of the fa'il. Of the masdar, sorry. Yeah? And there's a hadith, there's only one narration. This hadith is in the Musannaf of Abdul Razak. So he says, the Prophet ﷺ said, what are the pillars of Islam, etc. So he says, وَحَجِّ الْبَيْتِ مَنِ اسْتَطَاعَ إِلَيْهِ سَبِيلًا. What's bayt becoming? And man istata'a alayhi sabila? No. No, it's not mean, it's man. It's becoming what? You're not getting it, it's a very rare structure. It's becoming the fa'il. Yeah. So the Hajj of the Baytullah, and who should do the Hajj of Baytullah? But this is very rare. To get the fa'il after the verb. Sorry, you have a masdar followed by the mudaf ilayh. Mudaf ilayh will usually be the fa'il or the maf'ul. Correct? And if you have a fa'il, like here, you can get the maf'ul after it. To get this scenario, we have the mudaf ilayh as a maf'ul, then the fa'il is like very, very rare. That's why they get only one narration we can find that they could find. It's like in the Quran and one hadith. And the other narrations don't have it like this. Okay, so it's very rare. And that's why Ibn Malik mentions Alfiya, وَبَعْدَ جَرِّهِ الَّذِي أُضِيفَ لَهُ كَمِّلْ بِنَسْبٍ أَوْ بِرَفْءٍ أَمَلَهُ. So after you give jar to the thing has been attributed to, then you can complete the masdar by giving nasab or raf amala. You can make this a mansoob. Sorry, you can make this a mansoob or make it a marfu'. You get it? So بعد جره الذي أضيف له, after you make the mudaf ilay of the masdar, you can complete the idafa structure either by nasab, maf'ul of the masdar, or by raf, meaning the fa'il of the masdar. You understand? This is what he means by this. And this, but this is rare. By raf'in is rare. Okay? Sometimes you can also have munawwan, tanween shakal, tanween form. It'amun, at'ama yut'imu it'am. Yeah? What's the maf'ul of this? There's no fa'il in here. The maf'ul is yatiman dha maqraba or miskinan dha matraba. Yeah? And you can also have the masdar which is mu'arraf bil lam. It's very, very rare. There's one example here. Da'iful nikayati a'da'ahu. This is a masdar. This is the maf'ul of the masdar. Okay? And the masdar has alif lam on it. But to have alif lam masdar with a ma'mul after it as a maf'ul or a fa'il is very rare. Mudaf. Yep. والضعيف النكاية is اسم المصدر and is the مضاف إليه of the masdar, which becomes is مفعول. أعداءه. أعداءه because it's مفعول. It's not مضاف.
It's not مضاف.
It's مفعول.
Okay. So that's اسم المصدر and that's the مفعول.
This is not اسم المصدر. This is masdar.
And when that becomes مضاف إليه.
This one.
No, not that one.
Yeah, this is مضاف إليه to ضعيف. Okay, he's big in opposing or fighting his enemies. Arabs like the warfare, the old Qadim Arabs. So ضعيف النكاية أعداءه. So this is mudaf, and then this is a masdar, that's a maf'ul of the masdar. Do you understand? Yeah.